In the personal development space, there's always like 1,000 things that I need to be working on, especially if you're consuming a lot of content, reading a lot of different books. Like, you'll hear somebody say something, it's like, oh, I need to do that. And then you hear somebody else, it's like, oh, I need to do that too. Oh my gosh. And you got all these things you're consistently working on. But the thing is, the way I have found that you are to sift through all of that information is you cross the bridge that is right in front of you, right? And so instead of worrying about all of the 1,000 things, usually there's just like 1 or 2 things that are standing in between you and what you want, and that is the thing that you're supposed to work on. And so personal development can actually become a form of procrastination, to where you're actually putting off this thing that's standing ahead of you and in front of you. But the thing is, like, whenever I talk about getting laser focused, okay, well, what is it? It is basically me not taking advice or taking in so much content from all of the different people talking about all the different stuff I could be working on. And whenever you identify the things that are standing in between you and the things you actually want, then you read books on nothing but that, or you listen to podcasts on nothing but that, and you find leaders in the industry who are the best at it. Maybe in leadership. Is it relationship advice? Is it, finances, accounting? Is it whatever it is? And this is whenever you actually start to stop spinning your wheels and procrastinating, start really being able to, once you identify the bottleneck on the business or in your personal development, whatever the area of endeavor is, and you start to get advice that is outside of your head. Because here's the thing, if you knew how to handle it, then you would be in the position you want to be now. So it's clearly the way I'm handling it. So how am I going to get out of the situation? Well, I'm going to have to get some knowledge that is outside of myself in order for me to be able to get a new result in life. So if I can start tracking these industry leaders down and all of those little areas that I'm looking to achieve or that are standing in between, now you start to get applicable information and knowledge that you can go and apply and start seeing results right off the bat. And so right now I'm doing a lot of editing on my videos. Like, I'm adding subtitles. Okay, I'll edit the video, and then for some reason the subtitles don't pop out on the video. Okay, well, I go into the YouTube search bar. How do I get my subtitles to stick on the video after them being rendered? Oh, okay, you just have these couple different settings, boom. And now you're starting to get applicable knowledge that's actually pushing your area of endeavor forward. So whenever I talk about getting laser focused, it's stop being so broad with all of this crap. At first, it's like, I know I need to work on all this stuff. I know I want to be a better person, so you just start filling up on it. And I think it's a necessary part of the journey because you get a lot of new ideas in there. You get exposed to a lot of different information. But the thing is, it's so broad that it really doesn't amount to a whole lot other than just getting new thoughts in there to kind of start maybe inching your way in a different direction. And it's not until you realize that you've actually got to start applying this stuff to get any results, can you actually start seeing any real world gains out of what you're doing. Like, dude, I sat in the personal development space for years. And actually, I believe that my journey was longer because I had a lot of really, really bad mindsets that I had to break through. And I was just a concrete bound individual. Like, I got to learn the hard way. And in doing that, like, I fleshed out a lot of things that I think most people probably wouldn't have to, and I've learned the ins and outs of how to navigate those situations. I think I'm better for it. And I feel like the trajectory will make it, it's almost like it was more fine-tuned to the fine line. And so the closer you are to the fine line in that trajectory, it'll keep me on a sure but straighter trajectory as I launch out further. Whereas if you're broad, it'll take you off as you cover more distance. That being said, this is something I know that can push your life forward if you get to this place where you stop consuming all the other bullshit. I still listen to podcasts on a daily basis, right? And there's usually a couple tidbits out of maybe an hour podcast that I'm like, and I really chew on, and it's really for me, right? Those things that stick out to us, that's usually something that's resonating with who we are. That's whenever something resonates with us, and I walk away and I'm thinking about it, and 2 days later I'm still thinking about it, that's how I know that somebody said something true to me. That's the truth. Truth just resonates with you. So yes, I listen to podcasts still, but maybe just one while I'm in the car, just to kind of get my mindset right for the day, get a little new information. But for the most part, I'm working on that bottleneck, baby. Like, I actually want results in my life. And so you kind of just got to get down to the point where, am I getting results from this? Am I not getting results? And you start sifting through the information and everything that you approach and let into your sphere, and start checking it into the filter of, is this result oriented? Am I going to get results from this? No. Boom. It's cool, but black and white, this ain't going to push me to where I'm going. So you just got to be a result oriented person. And if there's not results in it, then you just have to discard it if you are serious about making progress in your life. Here's the thing too, like, I used to listen to a lot of different people, and have all this information coming in at me, but really all the information typically would kind of conflict other information that was coming in. And also, whenever I'm talking about getting laser focused, I mean, dude, I pretty much only have a couple people I'll listen to on, business, maybe a person or two on fitness. And I've really boiled it down to just people who I know are reputable, have the results that I am after. I don't listen to anybody else. Like, you don't need anybody else. So there's this saying that says that, show me your 5 best friends and I'll show you your future. With stuff like YouTube, all the books and all the access that we have to information now, people can get a hold of an entire different best friend group and get all of those other people that out of there that don't need to be there, maybe that are in your immediate area as far as like town or, your immediate environment. But you can actually start getting your hands on knowledge from like cutting edge people, dude, that are like leaders in their field on the very cutting edge of their sector or whatever in the economy, whether it's business or finance or it's health and fitness, like whatever it is. And so I encourage people to really figure out and get clear on what they actually want in life, not what everybody else wants for them, like what resonates with me. And once you have devised a plan, once you have figured out what that is, then find industry leaders that have been there, done that, accomplished it, and like block out everything else, dude, and just glean from those people. Like, I've got people right now in my life that have never heard of me, right, that I can say was an indirect mentor of mine. And it's all because of YouTube. So I encourage you guys to take this statement very, very serious, that if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And if your friends are losers, that's probably what you're gonna be. But if your friends are winners in all of the area of endeavors that you're looking to, accomplish, you're gonna be a winner, dude. And if you wanna be a winner, then you hang out with the winners. That's another part of this whole thing, is getting laser focused. And I heard one good thing, and I'll leave it with this, but basically, I heard somebody say that, like, whenever you're listening to a lot of different people, it's like you're trying to complete a puzzle with a bunch of different pieces from everybody else's puzzle and trying to put it together right. If you can actually just find one person or two people to kind of be your mentor, either directly or indirectly, preferably directly, or even a coach or something that's been there and done it, that statement right there is massive. Been there and done it. Then it's going to be easier to sift through all the bullshit, because there just ain't going to be any other competing views. And whenever you have knowledge that actually works, boom, now you're actually getting results in this real world with no distraction, no other mental energy spent on concepts that you don't have. Do these work? Try it, trial and error. Like, dude, if you can start being a student of things that work, I'm telling you, dude, your life is going to turn around, and it won't even be the same 1 year, 2 years, 3 years from now. But if you're trying things that don't work now, and they don't work within a week, then they sure as hell ain't gonna work after a year. You just gotta boil it down to things that work, man. And stop spinning your wheels and get your hands on hands, ears, and eyes, and in the vicinity of knowledge that actually does work, and you'll start seeing results. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please share, like, and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell below so you can get all of my stuff that's coming out. If you guys like this video, then you're really going to like this next one. Go ahead and click on it. It's just going to give you that much more motivation and tools for the day. All right, guys, peace.